CQ40, CQ40 meter. This is kilowatt Bravo 2, United Kilowatt America, KB2 UKA calling CQ40, CQ40 meter. This is KB2 UKA calling CQ40, Long Island, New York, standing by.
CQ40 meter. This is kilowatt Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, KB2 UKA calling CQ40. This is Kilo Bravo 2 United Kilowatt America calling CQ40 meter, Long Island, New York, standing by. CQ40 meter. This is kilowatt Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, KB2 UKA calling CQ40. This is Kilo Bravo 2 United Kilowatt America calling CQ40 meter, Long Island, New York, standing by.
Victor Echo 3, Kilo Mike, Quebec.
Victor Echo 3, Kilo Mike, Quebec. Hello, Mike. This is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I'm located on Long Island, New York, about 45 miles east of Manhattan. 2 miles approximately from the Long Island Sound. You've got a great signal. I'll give you an actual report on your next transmission. How do you copy? Over.
Yeah, KB2 Uniform Kilo Alpha, VE3 KMQ. Excuse me. Good morning, Doug. Yeah, I'm copying you very well. You're at least 5'9", maybe a touch over, but let's say 5'9", solid. Yeah, good morning, and kind of a rainy day here in southern Ontario. Not too awfully cold for this time of the year. I think we've got about 40 degrees. 41. So, reasonable day. It's a good day to stay in the house. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. Similar situation here. A little bit warmer. It was cold all week. It warmed up now. It's about 54, but rainy day. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice. I got to do a little antenna work tomorrow, replace a coax on my Yagi for a 2015 and 10 meter. And then I think we're going to get our first snow in the middle of the week. No predictions yet, but the only prediction they're giving, it could be a little or it could be a lot. I'll take those odds. It's one or the other. I am running about 1,300 watts into a ground-mounted vertical. It's a Butternut 80 meter, 40 meter vertical. I've got about 90 ground radials around it. The the radio is a Flex 5000. And Mike, I am live right now on my YouTube channel. So I'm doing a live stream. You're going to be able to copy back exactly as I copy you here in New York. You just have to throw my call sign, KB2 UKA, into the search box of YouTube. You'll find it. I just started the video. You're the first QSO. So I figure around a minute into the video, if you watch it back later, you'll be able to see that. Over.
Yeah, okay there, Doug. KB2 UPA, VE3 KMQ. Well, that's good. I've never really explored that before. I've heard of it, and others have mentioned it, but I've never really followed up on it. So I'll certainly do that, Doug. Sounds like a good opportunity to, review the QSO. Very good on the Flex 5000 and 1,300 watts. Yeah, you mentioned you got a ground-mounted vertical, a Butternut, so that's what I'm not using right now, but I have one. If you're on my QRZ page, you probably see it. It's the HF2V from Butternut, which runs 80 through 6 meters. I just reinstalled it, if you will, about a little over a year ago. Previously, I had it mounted in an elevated position about 7 feet up, and it really didn't perform well at all. So I soon realized that the real intention of those antennas is to ground mount it. and to put in a proper number of radios, which I did. I put in 32 radios, each 32 feet, in roughly a 270-degree arc. And it performs reasonably well now. It's certainly not bad on DX, and the whole band. The only one it doesn't work very well on is 17 meters. For some crazy reason, I've tried, but I can't seem to get the SWR down to anything lower than about 3.5, maybe 3 at best. So something's a little wonky there. I don't know what it is. I do know that the instructions do mention that 18, is not the best SWR, but for me it's pretty much unusable. Instead, I rely on the fan dipole for the 17-meter band. Anyway, as I was saying, Doug, you're 5'9" here. Maybe you can let me know how I'm doing. Back to you.
All right, Roger. Well, yeah, I am on the QRZ page. Very clean install, similar to mine. I have a weird story with the vertical. So originally, I had a non-resonant 43-foot vertical from DX Engineering, and I used a remote legal limit tuner for that at the feed point. And you can see it on my QRZ page. I don't even have the updated photo of the Butternut. And then I installed a Yagi on the roof of my detached garage, and the reflector element was hitting the vertical. So I took the vertical down, and I only used that vertical for 40 and 80. So I took the vertical down, I bought the Butternut, and I moved the Butternut over to the right about 5 feet. And then I ran a solid wire, probably about 10 gauge, from the Butternut over 5 feet over to the radial plate that was for the original radial vertical. And I've got about 80 ground radials that terminate there, and it seemed to work fine. The only problem that I have with the Butternut, and obviously it's the HF2V, so I only have 2 coils. If I get a very, very bad wind and that thing whips around and I don't have a guide, I have to go out back the next day usually and retune it. The 80-meter tuning is very, very sensitive. If the coil moves a tiny bit, I have to retune it. I'm going to revamp everything in the spring, and I'm going to be putting up a 30-foot tower next to that garage, and I'm going to put the Yagi up there. And then I believe what I'm going to do is go for a DX Commander for the lower bands. Over.
Yeah, okay, that's very good. That's interesting. So you're going to put up a tower. Are you? Did I understand you're taking down the vertical?
I'm sorry, I was distracted by my son. What did you ask me? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just mentioning you're putting up a tower. Are you going to take down the vertical, or is it going to be well away from it?
I don't know yet. So the plan with the tower, the Yagi's going to go obviously at the top of the tower. I was thinking of doing an 80-40 rotatable dipole above the Yagi. If I do that, I would probably still do a vertical on the opposite side of the yard, and it would probably still have 80-40, maybe do 17 and 10 meter. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I like the vertical. I like it for DX. They work phenomenally well if you have a ground field like you have or I have. I'm not sure. So the answer is either yes or no. Most likely I'll still have a vertical of some point. And then it's behind me. I'm on camera right now on the YouTube video. You can't see it. I've got a 70-foot sloper that I've got to run for 160. So it's supposed to work okay. You have to get the feed point up at least 40 feet. I would put that at the top of the mast of the beam. Top of the mast will be just around 40 feet. That'll cut it. and then I'll slope it down to something that's about 10 feet off the ground. That's going to be for 160. Over.
Yeah, KB2, UKA, DE3KM2. Okay, Doug, very good. See, that's part of my problem is I can't put up a tower just on the nature of my yard. I've got too many trees, which at first blush you would think, oh, hey, trees are great, but not when they're in the middle of the yard. Wire antennas for sure. I have difficulty avoiding the branches and so on and so forth. Although I do have some trees at the far end of the yard, actually we're on the neighbor's yard that the overhang mine. They're very tall, and I can certainly use those for some wire antennas in the future. But as far as the tower, I've looked and looked at it, bang my head against the wall, so to speak. I really just can't do it, so that's why I ended up going pretty much with the Butternut vertical. But the problem is, this is something you want to consider also. In my situation, I put up several telescoping mats made of steel as support for my wire team, namely the fan dipole. And I'm sure there is some detuning or mutual coupling going on to that vertical. I put up a mast just recently to support a bazooka antenna, probably, 25, 30 feet away from it. And when I run the SWR curve on the antenna analyzer, I can definitely see a distorted curve on 40 meters on the vertical on Butternut. I think the spring what I'm going to have to do is take that down and that mast, that is, and run my bazooka antenna to a different support further back in the yard. So, mutual coupling, you got to be careful. That's why I was just wondering, with your tower, and you're still going to run your vertical. You probably do it, and as I said with mine, it works fine. But one does have to kind of consider that mutual coupling. Back to you.
Yeah, I have that going on now. I'm sure of it as well. The Yagi on 20 meter, 15, and 10 meter, it's a tri-band Yagi. I present about a 1.2 to 1 SWR. When I turn the antenna and it points northeast, so for me, northeast is into pretty much northern Europe, Ireland, Scotland, that area. My SWR shoots up to 1.5 to 1, which is fine, but it only shoots up when I'm spinning the antenna northeast, and that is pointed right at the vertical. So yes, there is absolute coupling going on. So it doesn't deteriorate my signal or my receive, but it's sending back a little bit more reflected power. Over.
Yeah, absolutely, Doug. That sounds like what's happening. I've had kind of a similar situation with my fan dipole, which are obviously wire type antennas, and on 80 and 40, again, I get this distorted curve when I run the SWR curve. It's not the traditional, high Q, V-shaped, dip that you would get at the resonance point. It looks like there's another something going on that's influencing, the impedance and hence the SWR. So, I've learned to live with it. I don't know whether it's eavesdrops or gutters on the house, power lines that are, across the street, who knows. I tried different things to try and eliminate that distorted current, but to no avail. So, it is what it is. You got to work with what you got. And, it's not a huge deterioration in performance or anything. It's just that, that current isn't what traditionally it should be. So, again, I'm sure it's an mutual coupling thing going on there. Before I forget, Doug, do give me my signal report if you don't mind. Back to you.
You were 5.9 when we started. Now you're 5.7 to 5.8. Your audio sounds the same. The signal dropped, but the band changed. So it's not you, it's the band. You sound great. Great audio. Great signal from Ontario, I believe you said. And just overall doing a great job. All right, Mike. Thank you for the QSO. I've got a little free time here before the wife and kids start getting antsy to leave. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I already took the kids, so they're ninja training at 9. We're back. We had an early lunch. We cleaned up the house a little bit. I'm going to play radio for a half hour and then figure out what we're doing the rest of the day. So, Victor Echo 3, Kilo Mike, Quebec. This is KB2, UKA. I'm going to be QRZ in your final 73, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you again. Take care.
KLK, KB2, UKA, VE3KM2. Well, very good, Doug. Enjoyed the use that we've had here and talking antennas. It's always a favorite subject of most hams. There's always something different you can try and things you can learn, too, from other stations. So, anyway, Doug, you enjoy the rest of the weekend. Stay safe, and we'll try and hook up another time there. 73, KB2, UKA, VE3KM2, 73.
Thank you, Mike. You as well. And please check out the YouTube page. You're going to like what you have to hear. You sound great. Take care. KB2, UKA, QRZ. CQ40, anyone, anywhere. This is Kilowatt, Bravo 2, United, Kilowatt, America. KB2, UKA, calling. Kilo Bravo 2, United, Kilowatt, America, calling CQ40, Long Island, New York, standing by. November 8, ending in hotel. Go ahead.
November 8, Foxtrot X-Ray Hotel. Over.
QSL, November 8, Foxtrot X-Ray Hotel, Harold in West Virginia. You are sounding great. I'll give you a signal report on your next transmission. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I'm on Long Island, New York, Harold, about 45 miles east of Manhattan. On the North Shore, 2 miles, approximately 2 miles from the Long Island Sound. How do you copy, Harold? Over.
Okay, I have you 5-8 today, 58 into Bridgeport. On my end-fed long wire, over.
All right, Roger, you're a solid 5'8" yourself. So ditto that. Great audio. Also, Harold, I am live on YouTube. So if you'd like to get a real signal report and hear exactly how I'm copying you, all you have to do is throw my call sign KB2UKA into the search box of YouTube. You'll find my channel. We were about 15 minutes into the video. You could also get there. There's a link on my QRZ page. You'll hear and see your signal report. Over.
Okay, I might do that. I have to borrow my daughter's computer to do that. I gave her mine when hers died. I don't really need to hear me. I don't sound any better over the radio than I do in person, over.
Yeah, Roger, me neither. I hate the way I sound when I hear it back. You can watch the video anytime. It's live right now. It'll be up there forever. It'll be the second video that I did today. I did one early morning, around 6:30 this morning. But you're doing a great job. We got a rainy day up here. It's in the low 50s. Going to be nice tomorrow. I have to do a little coax work on my Yagi, replace the coax before the snow comes Wednesday, Thursday. We might get a whopper of a storm. We might get nothing. A little too early to tell. But Wednesday into Thursday, we're supposed to get some white stuff. So I got to get ready for it. All right, Harold, thanks for answering. Appreciate it. I'm going to go for a few more here. November 8, Foxtrot X-Ray Hotel. This is KB2 UKA 73.
Okay, Doug, 7-3 from West Virginia. It's cloudy here, about the same temperature. And we'll take 7-3 from the mountain state where the sun shines on the mountains and the moon shines in the basement, over.
Roger, Roger. You have a good day in the mountains and a good day a good night in the basement with the moonshine, my friend. Take care. KB2 UKA QRZ. CQ40 CQ. This is Kilo Bravo 2 United Kilowatt Alpha. KB2 UKA calling CQ40 Long Island, New York. Standing by.
Oscar Bravo from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Bob from Pennsylvania. Give me your call again. Over.
Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Echo, India.
Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Echo, India. You are 5'8", Bob. 5'8", great signal, nice, warm, solid audio. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I'm located Long Island, New York, 45 miles east of Manhattan. I used to say good old Manhattan, not anymore. East of Manhattan, I'm about 2 miles from the Long Island Sound on the North Shore. How do you copy? Over.
I am getting you at a 5.9, nice and clear. I'm actually watching your live stream as well. So you have my QRZ pulled up. Yeah, you're coming in strong. I have a ICOM ICE C7300 with an end wire out in the backyard, draped up across some trees. I've actually just installed it 2 days ago, and you are my 5th QSO since getting my general ticket.
All right, congratulations. And you did a great job. It's working very, very well. Great signal. You're cutting through the QSB, no problem. I am running a Flex 5000. That's a software you see on the live stream that's called Power SDR. The microphone is a Heil PR781 studio mic. The amplifier, which is the other camera right there, that is a Mercury III solid-state amplifier kit. You assemble it yourself. I'm peaking at about 1,300 watts, and that's driving a Butternut 2-band vertical. The vertical's cut for 80 meter and 40 meter. My 20, 15, and 10 meter Yagi is out of commission right now. The coax was ripped by a furry friend, a.k.a. one of my dogs. So that's getting replaced tomorrow. I'll be back on the upper bands probably tomorrow afternoon. And that's the story here. Over.
You're coming in really clear, real nice and solid. I'm running 100 watts. That's it for now. Just getting started with the band here in HF. So this is all new for me. Learning a lot, having a lot of fun.
Great hobby. I'm 40 years old. I got licensed at 13. I became a general in my mid-20s. I've been in and out. Most recently, I took a 7-year hiatus. I happen to have a 7-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. That might have something to do with it. At the end of July, I set the station back up, revamped a lot of stuff, and I keep revamping. Everything's coming down in April. I'm going to put a tower up in the spring. The Aggie's on the roof tripod right now. That's going to go onto the tower. Going to redo everything again. It never ends, my friend. Robert, thank you so much. Thank you for the support on the YouTube page. If you like what you have to hear, please like and subscribe. You'll get a notification every time I'm live streaming. You stop by and say hello. Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Echo, India. This is KB2 UKA 73.
KB2 UKA from Quebec. Yeah. Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Echo, India. 73 back to you. Still new ham, still stuttering a little bit, but I'll get there.
You're doing great. I stutter every day, not just in ham radio. Take care, my friend. KB2 UKA QRZ.
Whiskey Alpha 3 Oscar.
Whiskey Alpha 3 Oscar. 10 over 9. Big signal into Long Island. Michael, how you doing? Name here is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. How do you copy me? Over.
All right, Doug, yeah, you're about a 5 to 9, a little bit over the 9, maybe 5 dB at times. Yeah, the name correct. My QTH right now is in Weirton, West Virginia. I'm running an ICOM IC7300 with the hand mic. I'm running about 800 watts from a homebrew water-cooled LD MOS amplifier, and running that into a, let's see, 2-element wire Moxon beam pointed north, pointed generally towards you, about 25, 30 feet off the ground. So back up to you. KB2 UKA WA30.
All right, Roger. Well, fantastic. You sound amazing. And I'm on your QRZ page right now. I'm assuming this is the Pennsylvania location, the photos. I'm on a LD MOS amplifier myself. It was not homebrewed, but it was self-assembled. It's called the Mercury III. I'm putting out about 1,300 watts, driving 40 watts into it, and that's going into a Butternut 2-band vertical for 80/40. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I looked at that Mercury. That's quite interesting. I'm only just running one of those transistors. I believe that your Mercury probably runs two of them. I'm running about 2 watts, about 2 watts. The 7300's at 2%, so it's approximately 2 watts into this to get the 800 out. That's would be like if you, I think they probably have a 16 dB or a 13 dB attenuator in that Mercury amplifier. I've looked briefly into it. It's a really nice looking amp. Over.
Yeah, Roger. It was. I've always had tube amps. It was really the price that got me $2,500 to get what you would normally probably pay for $5,500, maybe more. I've had it since August. I've had zero problems with it. It's got a lot of fail safes in there. SWR gets so high it shuts down. Automatic band switching. It's Russian software. That's the only thing that makes me worried. But it's Russian software. My call sign's programmed into the LCD. It's pretty cool. Over.
Yeah, I recognize the front panel of that being Russian, the Russian-made stuff. And I've dabbled a little bit with some of that Russian-made stuff that you can get on eBay. And some of it works and some of it's good. The problem that you'll have, if you have any problems, will be just conversing with the person. You know, I bought some stuff from them. I had some issues, and there's a little bit of a language barrier. My Russian's not so good, and it'll only answer maybe one email a day, and it's a very short curse answer, and yeah, they're a little bit hard to deal with. That's why I dealt with the W6PQL stuff, because the guy is easily talked to, and he'll work with you, and I've had really good luck with his stuff. But my transistors are soldered. Well, the transistor has 2 packages in it. It's soldered directly to the piece of copper, and then I run water through the copper. So, does the Mercury have a copper spreader? I assume they do. And you just bolt the transistors to that, or maybe they come as one big pallet. Back to you.
Nope, it's a copper spreader, and the software is Russian. Actually, the way I found this amp, when I started transmitting again at the end of July, one of my first contacts again was, a lot of people know him, was a gentleman in Cutler Bay, Florida, Alex, Whiskey 7 Hotel United. And he had the amplifier, and his buddy Kenny, his call sign escapes me right now. Kenny cultivates the parts. And if you Google Mercury III, you'll find his website, but the website's never up to date. It says he's sold out of everything. So Kenny is Cuban. He's a Cuban American. He does not speak English well, but everything goes through Alex. Alex translates, and they have been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal with their customer service. He sent me the screen already programmed with the software, so I didn't have to deal directly with the Russian. When he first started doing this, he would send you the parts. You'd do the solder of the RF wire, the 2 RF wires to the board. You'd solder the AC connector. I still had to do all of that. But then you'd have to contact the Russian to get the software. Now he just gets the software for you. Over.
Yeah, that's just an Arduino. I think I have one of those panels. I should incorporate it in mine. I bought a buddy's amplifier. Buddy bought there's a Russian that's on eBay that sells like a cube. He'll sell you a 1200 watt cube amplifier. I think it's like $1,200 or something like that. But I bought his off him because he blew up transistors so many times. He got tired of it, and I bought it for parts to see if I could resurrect anything, and basically I use nothing on it except for the heat exchanger, which is on one of my amps, which is just the water cooled part of it. He did have a water cooled amp that he was selling for $1,200 bucks, and when you dug into what he did, it was fine if it worked, but if it didn't, the schematics didn't match the boards that you got, and he used, it must have been a sale on green wire. He used green wire on everything, and it would have been a real nightmare to troubleshoot. So that's my dealings with some of the Russian stuff. But yeah, I think they got to sell it as a kit, or else you have to be FCC approved and everything else. I'm sure the amplifier that I have definitely would not be FCC approved because you can run 1 or 2 watts in it. There's some 15 dB or 10 dB stipulation that you can't have an amp that will drive 1 or 2 watts. I can drive 0 watts. Oh wow, it's probably like a half a watt from the 7300 and get about 500 out. And that's really good because I have a bunch of QRP radios. I have a 705 that just came out. I have a FT817 and a bunch of other radios I can run directly into the amp and get some substantial power out of it. So there you go. Back to you.
Yeah, well, you did a great job. You sound extremely clean. I'm told the same thing when I'm on this amplifier, but you sound crystal clear. Your signal looks very clean on my Flex software right now. I don't know if you're on my YouTube page. If you are, by the way, the guy's call is Kilo Mike 3 Kilo Mike. That's his name's Kenny. He's the one who gets you the parts. I have the images up on the YouTube stream right now. So if you go back and watch, I would just go to 30 minutes. I probably popped it up around 30 minutes into the video. But he does very, very good work. And everything is not the same color. But I've got the photos up here. Everything is clean, well built. Probably the worst built part of my solder joints of the RF wires. Over.
Yeah, very nice. So is that amplifier, I didn't look, is it 2 BLF 188 transistors? Is that what it is? I'm just using one if that's the case. And I wonder what he does for his 48 volt power supplies. So I have a source that I found on eBay that are very cheap and very cheap server power supplies that really, really work well. I bought 4 or 5 of them. They're under $100, but they're, let's see, 54.7 volts at 55 amps. And you can plug them right into a 110 line or a 220 line. And that's what I use. So does that come with a power supply for that price? That's pretty good.
Yep, comes with everything I needed for $2,500 to my door. I believe it is 1. Let's see. I'm looking at the specs right now. Auto volt power supply, obviously 120, 240 volt. Solid state amplifier, 1 MRF 1K50H. That should be it. Over.
All right, yeah, the 1K50H. I'm trying to think if that's the 60 volt device or if that's still a 50 volt. There's a transition point where it's either 1K50 or the 1K80 goes to a 60 volt device. You know if that's 48 or 60?
Well, my voltage right now is 53 volts, so I believe, hold on. I got to be honest with you, I don't know. Output 1 to 1.2 kilowatts, it does more than that. And I believe it's 50. Over.
Yeah. Is there 2 of those devices or just 1?
1, just 1. And let's see. You'll see the photo. The whole body is on my screen right now. If you just go to my YouTube page, I've got it all up there. Very clean.
Yeah, I'm on your YouTube, but I guess I might be behind the live stream a little bit. All right, well, I'll let you go. Very interesting talking to you. You're one of the first people that I've talked to about the Mercury. There's not a whole lot of manufacturers making LDMOS amps. There are a few. I know a guy that bought a 1K50 FAs or something. I forget what it was, but he had it for 10 days and wiped it out. Just I think it was a $6,000 amplifier too. I think it's the Expert. Maybe it wasn't the Expert. I forget which one it was, Elecraft or Expert. One of those two. He spent about $6,000 on it, wiped it out in 10 days from just running too much, running it too hot. He was running FT8 and had a whole bunch of people on his remote and all that. But there's not a whole lot of people using the LD Moss amplifier FETs. I've built 3 or 4 of them so far. 3 of them that are water cooled. One of them my buddy has, and he neglected to tell me that where the amp's going to be, it gets cold enough to freeze. So I had to put a little bit of antifreeze in that one. Hopefully, when he gets back, he's a pilot, so he's gone for 2 or 3 weeks. When he gets back, there won't be a puddle of water under his amp. That's one issue. Back to you.
Yeah, this thing, I can't get it above 40 degrees Celsius, so it's got a temperature gauge. It runs very, very cool, very, very quiet. 1337. That was my peak just now. 1337. I'm getting a little reflected power. I got to go tune that antenna a little bit better. About 40 watts reflected. Over.
Yeah, well, the 1K50 and the BLF 188, in theory, here we go, in theory should take up to a 65 to 1 SWR, which is ridiculous. So yeah, you're probably not in any danger or anything. My buddy has a really poor 80 meter antenna, and he was running over a 3 to 1. We talked, and yeah, it didn't have any problem at all. It survived it. But it's always nice to be careful. But they're supposed to take a 65 to 1 SWR through all phases. There are people on the internet, even the company NXP demonstrates that they're shorting the coax and doing a bunch of things, and they can't destroy it. I have not destroyed a device yet. They're $200 for the device, or a little bit more than $200. I solder mine directly to the piece of copper, so my copper's about ½ inch thick by 6 inches by 7 or 8 inches. And you set the whole thing on your stove, and you zigzag some solder onto the transistor, and once that solder melts, the transistor drops down, and you carefully pull it off the stove and just let it sit, and now that transistor is bonded on there. So if I ever do wipe out a transistor, I'll have to do that in reverse, which is probably no fun. Back up to you.
Yeah, Roger. Well, he built this thing for the average non-technical user. The second SWR goes 2 to 1, 2.1 to 1, it shuts down. So we put a lot of fail safes in. The automatic band switching is pretty cool. I love it. So I could put 3 antennas into the back. I could tell it what antenna is what band, and I just key down, say hello, and it switches over. Over.
Yeah, I wonder if he's using. There is a Russian kit company that has a frequency counter type device that measures your frequency very quickly and then switches bands. The way I do my automatic band switching is I use the ICOM. I use the ICOM voltage that comes out of the back of the transceiver, and then I use an Arduino to read that, and then just correlate that to some relays that switch in different band relays. Do you have to hook up a CIV cable or a remote cable, or is it just do it automatically?
Nope, you don't need any of that. The weirdest thing that I have with it, and Kenny, he tried to explain it, but again, his English isn't great. So I'm running a Flex 5000, and prior to this amp, I drove all my tube amps just with an RCA cable, right, going into the relay. So that's how you drive this as well. When I hooked it up, after it was installed, I couldn't drive it. It wasn't turning over when I keyed the Flex, no matter what I did. And then I thought it was a software issue in the Flex radio, even though it was driving my AL811, my AL572. It was driving all my other amps. So then I hooked up my ICOM, and it was fine. It was keying. The relay was going. It was keying the amp. So I called Kenny up with Alex translating. Kenny, basically, they had to do a software update in order for the amp to pick up the signal from the flex. Any idea what that's about?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. But, yeah, I'm not sure if it's, wow. Yeah, maybe they had to change sensitivity of it or something. That's strange, but very interesting. Yeah, this has like a little RCA cable that you hook up, or I use a pedal for some devices to key it. But it would be nice if it just recognized RF and it keyed with anything that had RF on it. So, I'm sure that's you're able to do that too as well. So, all right, I'll let you go. I'm looking at. I finally got to the point of the live stream where I see the pictures up there, and I can see myself on the spectral display. So, looks good. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And 7-3s, I'll let you get back to somebody else. Have a good one.
All right, Michael. Thanks so much. Thanks for the chat and all the info. Really, really appreciate it. And thanks for checking out the YouTube page. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a great weekend and happy holidays. Whiskey Alpha 3 Oscar. This is KB2 UKA. I'll be QRZing your final. Take care.
Yeah, 7-3s. Take care. Have a great holiday if I don't catch it.
73. KB2 UKA QRZ. CQ40 meter. This is KB2 UKA calling CQ40. Long Island, New York, standing by.
CQ40 meter. This is kilowatt Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt Alpha. KB2 UKA calling CQ40. This is Kilo Bravo 2 United Kilowatt America calling CQ40 meter, Long Island, New York, standing by.
Whiskey 4 Oscar Yankee. Good afternoon, Jeff. Jeff, this is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York, about 45 miles east of Manhattan, 2 miles from the Long Island Sound. I'll give you a report on your next transmission. How do you copy me? Over.
Roger, JB2, Long Island, New York. This is W4OY. Jeff, as you said there, you're located in Virginia, a little town called Whitfield, Virginia. And I got you a 5x9 back here, that's right.
All right, Roger, Jeff. I got you 5x7. I copy you fine. 5x7. You're above my noise level, which is about S6.5 on this vertical. Well, thanks for answering, and welcome aboard. We are live right now on my YouTube page. So if you'd like to hear how I copy you in New York, you just got to throw my call sign KB2 UKA into the search box of YouTube. We're about 42 minutes into the video. You'll see and hear your signal report. Over.
Yeah, Roger there, Doug. KB2 good signal back here. Just to run down on this station. Run the Icon 7300 and a dipole there for 40 meters. 55 feet there, Roger.
Well, you're doing a great job. I have a 7300 myself, great radio. I'm not on it right now. Running Flex 5000, about 1300 watts into a 80 meter, 40 meter ground-mounted vertical. Over.
Yeah, Roger there. Doug, doing you a fine job there, my friend. Great audio on that rig there. And I'll let you go and see if you can make some more contacts. If we don't like this, you shouldn't have any problem there, Doug. So wish you a happy new year and a Merry Christmas. From Virginia here, this is W4OY saying 73 to Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt. 73, guys.
73, my friend. Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Thank you. KB2 UKA QRZ.
CQ40, CQ40 meter. This is Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, KB2 UKA calling CQ40. This is Kilo Bravo 2, United Kilowatt America, calling CQ40 meter, Long Island, New York, standing by.
Whiskey 3, Oscar Lima Golf.
Whiskey 3, Oscar Lima Golf. Good afternoon, Jason. Name here is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. About 45 miles east of Manhattan. I'll give you a reporting your next go-around. You're sounding great. How do you copy me? Over?
Yeah, good morning, Doug. You are 10 over 9 here in South Central Pennsylvania this afternoon. A very wonderful signal here. I just flipped over to 40 meters, and I heard you calling CQ. So figured I'd give you a shout back. No, you're sounding really great. Location here is South Central PA, so I'm about 30 miles southwest of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Back to you.
All right, great. Awesome, Jason. You're doing great yourself. You're a solid 5'8", great audio. I have a little treat for you. I'm not sure if you were listening. I'm live on my YouTube page right now. So we're about 45 minutes into the video. If you put my call sign KB2 UKA into the YouTube search box, you'll find the live feed. It'll be up there forever. So if you watch it later, it's the second video I did today. Just fast forward to 45 minutes. You're going to hear exactly as I copy you and see your signal report. Over?
Yeah, roger that. I will definitely check that out. That's awesome. That's great. Hey, I'm running nothing real big here. Just barefoot 100 watts out of a 7300 dipole in my attic. And I've actually reworked my 40-meter dipole this week. So had to reposition it and do some modeling to get it fixed. Attic space with a 40-meter dipole is pretty tight. So... But yeah, I adjusted it. Seems to be doing pretty well. I seem to be getting a little bit more gain, especially your direction. But I will definitely check out your live stream. Back to you.
Well, you did the modeling well, and it's working very, very good. I'm running a Flex 5000. You'll see that software, the Power SDR software, up on the live stream. The mic is a Heil PR781 studio mic. I'm running about 1,300 watts into a Butternut ground-mounted vertical with about 90 ground radials around it. That's cut for 80 meters and 40 meters. Over?
Yeah, roger. You're sounding amazing. You are holding easily 10 over 9 here. So you have a great signal, and that Heil, man, I tell you what, that's beautiful audio. So nothing real fancy here. Like I said, I've got the 7300 pretty much out of the box, hand mic, just 100 watts with the dipole. So but no, your setup's sounding really great. That Flex from your Heil, man, doing the job. KB2 UKA from Whiskey 3 Oscar Lima Golf. Back to you.
All right, Roger. Sorry about that. Jason, if you don't mind, my daughter Jillian, she's 7 years old. She'd like to say hello to you, so I'm going to hand her over the headphones. Hold on. All right, go ahead, Jill.
Hi.
Say, my name's Jillian. Tell them about yourself.
I'm Jillian, and I'm 7 years old.
Say over.
Over.
Well, Jillian, you sound really, really great coming through the radio. Are you excited for the holidays?
Yes.
What are you excited for?
Presents and Santa.
I agree. I'm excited for presents and Santa as well. So I hope that we get some snow this year. Have you had any snow yet?
Yeah.
Talk louder. God, Jill, you gotta talk. So how do you hear me? How do I sound?
How do I sound?
You sound fantastic. You sound very loud.
Go ahead.
here. And very excited. And it's wonderful to hear.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
And thank you for talking with me.
Thank you for talking with me. Over.
Well, happy holidays to you and best wishes. And I hope that you get everything that you wanted from Santa. And maybe we'll get some snow and you can do some sledding on Christmas Day. That's what I'm hoping for. So happy holidays.
73.
73.
All right. Yeah, she doesn't even know it yet about the Santa net, that we can track Santa on Christmas Eve on the ham radio and maybe even talk to him. Who knows about that? Jason, I really appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm going to clear out of here. Jay, I'm going to be 73 and fully clear on your final. Thanks for speaking with Jillian.
Bye.
Yes, thank you, Jill. So Whiskey 3, Oscar Lima, Germany. This is KB2 UKA. I'll be clear on your final. Go ahead.
Yeah, KB2 UKA. My pleasure. And it sounds like you guys. I wish you happy holidays, my friend. And you're sounding really great. And all the best to you and your family, man. I hope you guys stay well and stay safe and have a wonderful holiday. And I can't wait to come along with you. KB2 UKA. This is Whiskey 3, Oscar Lima Golf. 73 and best wishes.
73. I hope everyone has a great holiday. Take care, Jason, and thanks again. This is KB2 UKA clearing frequency. Take care.